Hello everybody! I hope you are having an excellent Friday so far. I'm sorry if you're paying attention at all to my posting schedule. I'm sorry I'm so late with this particular video. I have just been busy with other things, picking up at my various dance schools and such. So keeping timing on these has been a little challenging, but at least they are still happening. So we're staying on track with that. And I have a couple of videos already planned out, so we should be good to go for the next little while. Today, I thought it would be fun to show you the turnout drills that I learned when I was growing up dancing at my home studio. So I'm actually not sure where these originated, like from top of the scale, but like I learned them from Nancy Pigeon, and I think she learned them from like Deborah Bowes or potentially Miss Bomers. I'm just tossing out dance names at this point. I genuinely have no idea where this started. It might have even been, oh my goodness, that very famous physiotherapist dancer who wrote the book. I'll figure out who she is and I'll like put her name down here or something. It might have been her. Anyway, I know this as the turnout dance. It's not actually a choreographed routine. It's just an exercise of, 6 different turnout training movements that are going to support your control in fondue exercises, even something as simple as plies, your adagio movements. It's really just helpful with everything. So I hope that you're able to use these, incorporate them into your either warm-up or at-home training routines, and even extend it if you want to. And if you do have others that you typically work into turnout routines such as this, then definitely let me know. Have a fantastic day. Bye everyone.
So we are first going to start in an upright seated position with one leg behind and one leg crossed in front. The toes should be around the knee and the leg behind you should be at about 60 degrees from your thigh. We're going to rotate the pelvis upwards, forwards towards the opposite knee, and then down again towards the floor, reaching as far forwards and as far down as you can. If you're not touching the floor here, that is okay. We'll get there. We're going to want to do that about 8 times. Rolling down, we're going to go into a series of clams. This position, the knees are going to be in front of the body and the toes are going to be in line with the tailbone. In a slow, controlled manner, not in the fast way that I am doing it here, we're going to lift the knee up just as far as it will go without altering the torso at all, with the toes staying connected. We're also going to do this movement 8 times. We're extending the hips here, setting the feet all the way behind the body and the knees equal to the rest of the torso. Lifting the leg up, we are moving the whole leg forwards, touching the knee to the front and the toe behind the thigh. It's okay if the toe doesn't come all the way to where the back foot is in this position. We're just trying to get it rotating as far back as we can, sort of to mimic that retire derrière position. Extending the bottom knee, we're going to keep that leg active. It doesn't have to be off the floor, but still engaged. We're also keeping the torso engaged here the whole time, by the way. And we're doing basically a grand rond de jambe en l'air. We're trying to keep the leg as straight as possible for as long as possible throughout this entire movement, bringing it down just to a petit attitude devant and derrière. And again, the whole leg and toe is engaged in this movement. Rotating down all the way onto our stomach, the leg is going to maintain behind us. We're rotating in tiny circles around, first going clockwise and then counterclockwise, or I think I said that backwards, but we get the idea. Rotating all the way onto the stomach, so the hips are now both on the floor. We're repeating those circles both clockwise and counterclockwise all the way around. After we finish an equal amount of those, typically we do 4 in each direction, we're going to come back up into that original position that we were in, toe close to the knee and the other leg extended 60 degrees behind us. Reaching forwards, port de bras here doesn't matter as much as the spine rotation. We're going to sweep along the floor all the way around, tracing the fingers as close to the ground as we can all the way. It's okay if this isn't the most graceful thing. As you can see, I kind of just fell there. We're just trying to get into the body, creating a little bit more heat in the area. You're going to want to repeat this movement about 4 times, and then the last time you can hold. Coming back up, you can give your legs a quick stretch, and we always have to repeat it on the other side. Throughout this entire exercise, or each of them, you're going to want to keep the core engaged at about 70 to 80% of its most intense capacity, just so we have that spinal support and activation to also support the muscles of the leg. Particularly in this rond de jambe movement, if we aren't using the core, you're going to get a little bit too much into those hip flexors, which is that finicky little muscle that tends to get very sore in dancers. And I also didn't mention before, with those knee taps and the grand rond de jambe movements, you're going to want to do 4 full repetitions of those movements as well. And going through the music for those is okay. It is a little bit more on your own tempo. You don't have to worry about timing there. This feels so much better on this side of my body. I have a bit of a left hip weakness. Everybody's body is different. Your rendition of these exercises might not look like me. And again, it's okay if your legs are off the ground at some points here, or if you're not fully reaching to the end of motion that I am showing here. You're always just moving within your own personal range. Holding this last position as long as you want. This is more of a stretch than an active exercise. And it feels very good on all of those muscles in the upper leg and in and around the pelvis. So I hope that was helpful. You're going to want to probably do this about 3 times a week, but honestly, you could do it every day and it'll still really help you. That's what my teacher said, at least. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Bye.